Hi guys, and welcome to the casting couch. So, I'm not in a big fancy shop and I don't wear some mono suit, but I hope that you can listen to me anyhow, right? So, I have another video that is actually uploaded on YouTube that it's not public, but I was gonna make it public today. Can't do that. I have to deal with you guys first. So we need to talk about believing and thinking and actually knowing, because this is a huge problem on the internet, that people take their beliefs and their thoughts as reality, and it's not reality. It is like this, it is like this. No, it's not like that. It is like this. Why? It is like this. You don't know shit, right? So what I want everyone to do, and this is not for this video for me, this is for you and for the community, is that you have to start testing things. Stop being afraid. Stop being a fucking chicken, right? In Spain we actually use the same term, right? Gallina. And if you're a fucking gallina, stop building cars. You have to try. If you break your engine, doesn't fucking matter, buy another one, right? Don't be so fucking afraid of everything. So we have to start testing, and we have to start knowing. And how do we know? Yeah, we know with facts. So we start logging, right? It's so fucking easy. If you know your EGT, and I don't mean one of these thick Chinese EGT probes, because that you will notice on your first drive, that you just put your foot down and the world is just passing you and you think this is amazing, and you look at your EGT gauge and it says 300 fucking degrees. What? And then you let go and you cruise, take it easy, you breathe, and you look at your EGT gauge and it's 960. So it has like a 15-minute fucking delay. Doesn't work like that, right? We can't use that shit. That is shit. That's why you paid 20 bucks for it. So we need to use stuff that actually works. And an EGT probe need to be responsive. And normally, if you're looking for one, it has to be as thin as possible, and needle fucking shaped one. That's normally. I'm sure there are other models out there and so on, but you get what you pay for. So you need an EGT gauge that actually reacts. When you put your foot down, it goes up, right? It's not fucking hard. You need intake air temperature. That is very important. Why is that important? Right? It's a diesel car. It doesn't matter if the air is fucking 30 degrees or 50 degrees, right? No, it doesn't. But you will see when your turbo is finished, right? Because when your turbo hit the wall, it will just create tons of hot air that expanding and show you a wrong reading on your boost gauge. I boost 4.2 bars. No, you're not, because the dyno says 400 horsepower, so you're not boosting fucking 4 bars. It's hot air, right? So if you have an intake air temperature gauge, you will see when that goes away. Up, up. No more fuel. Turbo is in the wall, right? So now you know your EGT. and now you know your intake air temperature. And a boost gauge is good, and you know that your boost gauge is actually showing the actual number because you can check your IAT. So we stop believing, we stop thinking, it is like this. I boost 5.4 bars. Ah, you fucking idiot. You don't boost 5.4 bars. First show me the turbo that has a compressor map going up there. I mean, we have to know. And when you know, you can actually go online and you can be helpful. This is how I know what happens when you increase the pop pressure of your injectors. Because I have logged, and we have tested up to 220 bars. 220, yeah, we have, because I don't give a shit what happens. I need to know, because when I know, I can make a decision, right? And further down the line, if there are some stupid idiots that don't know and don't have the balls to test, I can tell you what happens, right? So it is very, very fucking simple. Start logging your fucking car and stop whining like Lewis fucking crybaby Hamilton, and just get real. This is what needs to happen. I mean, I'm always bashing on you and tell you that you're idiots. I mean, most of you guys are not idiots. So I know that you're not offended, because we don't live in a generation offended, right? Everyone just suck it up and understand the concept. If you don't, just stop watching, right? There's no space for you here. We don't need you in our lives. And most of you guys actually is better and more well educated than I think. I actually visited the two 606 builds, yes, the other week, and I was impressed by both. One done by a very, very young lad, and I mean, he cut some corners here and there, but overall the build was really, really good. The other one, it was the second build of the young lad, and the owner is a gentleman, not much younger than I, so that was actually top quality everywhere. They thought everything through. Much, much better than many shops, especially the one that you think is the biggest, the best, better than the rest. So top-notch quality from guys that I didn't know, never met. I just visited their builds and I was impressed. And I'm sure that I can go around the world and find all these builds that are impressive and way better than I thought. Yeah, okay, both these guys lacking logging capabilities, so they don't really know, they guess. And I mean, I made this video about common sense, and common sense is not really common sense. You can search back through the videos and find the common sense one. It's based on experience. For me, it's common sense. Everybody thinks like this, but they don't. They don't, because they don't have the experience. It's just how it is. But I'm trying to pass that on. So if you start to fucking log, it doesn't have to be electronic logs. You can have a friend sitting with a fucking phone and recording the gauges. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's low tech. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're on your own and just looking at the gauges. You need to know it, what happens, change accordingly, and try again, right? It is that easy actually. So I'm sorry that I'm always bashing on you, but you have to get real, and you have to stop being crybaby on fucking internet. I have well 10 minutes, and I was really hoping to put in another topic. Yeah, I think you will not shut me down. So stay tuned. We're gonna go through something that is very, very interesting. People are whining around about their EGP, I think it's called in the acronym in English, is the back pressure of your turbo. And you measure this in your exhaust manifold. And people are saying that you can't go more than 1:1 in back pressure and boost, or maximum 1.2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, something like that. That's not true. You should have a much higher difference between your exhaust back pressure and your boost pressure. Much higher. Is it dangerous for your engine? No, it is not. Or it depends on how we look at it. If the back pressure is created by overfueling, yes, that's dangerous because that's heat. I can show you pictures if you want. Very, very bad. Your exhaust manifold will just turn white of heat and everything is fucked up. So we can't do that. But a good, healthy engine setup that is really working, that needs to have much more back pressure than you have boost. And I can give you an example. And this is, I mean, this is related to our very extremely low powered om606s, 60Xs. And it is like this. I had this car, we built so many engines at one time and cars at the same time, more or less. So we could more or less do back-to-back tests or something and so on. So I had this car. It made 533 horsepower at 2.4 bars of boost. And that's a very good, healthy setup. Everything was working perfectly. But it was a little bit laggy. So I was not even thinking about power. We were where we needed to be in power, but it was slow spooling. And in this particular car, it was very hard to have that slow spool. In another car, it wouldn't be noticeable in the same manner. So I had a 63 AR housing on this one. Now, as you know, 63 is a relative number. So big turbo, big 63, small turbo, small 63, and you think it's the same number. My fucking GT25 has a 63 like this, but my buddy's GT40 has a 63 like this. Yeah, it's because it's a relative number. It's the square area of bullshits, right? So you can look that up on the internet. I don't need to explain that. It's calculate AR. Yeah, you can use Google, right? So, however, I had a 63 housing because that's normally a good size for a turbo. Because it gets bigger when the turbo is bigger. So 63 is normally a good size housing. And I was like, Alia Jacta est, like Julius Caesar when he was crossing the Rubicon, right? Throwing the dice in English, Alia Jacta est in Latin, right? Everyone knows that. So I'm gonna roll the fucking dice, and I just and I called my friend at Geek Turbo Service in Sweden and said, send me a 48 fucking housing. And he sent me 48 housing. 48! You have 500 plus fucking horsepowers, and you get this little snail in the mail, right? That you have to put fucking KY jelly on, KY gel. What's the fuck is called? Lubricant for fucking anal sex on the turbine wheel, right? And So this is how fucking small that turbine housing was. What happens, right? Excessive EGP, or what the fuck is called, exhaust back pressure, and tons of heat, and I trashed the engine. No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. We picked up over 100 horsepower, like that. 650 horsepower, from 533 to 650, by swapping turbine housing. No excessive back pressure, no more heat, nothing. And we logged everything. Over 100 horsepower. Because you have an engine that has 136 fucking horsepower NA, it can't spin a turbo. I have this big turbo. Yeah, it doesn't matter, you know? And you don't know because you don't have the balls to try. I had the 63 housing, so I could put the 48 on and then put the 63 on, right? So for me it didn't matter. I just wanted to try. And the car was responsive immediately. And we picked up over 100 horsepower. Yeah, guys. So if you don't know, don't write fucking bullshit on internet. And this fucking EGP fucking bullshit that you're talking about, just stop with that motherfucking bullshit. That's, I mean, that's, no. But you don't know. So you just copy paste, right? Someone said. It's not like that. Look at all the fucking competition cars in the world. It's not fucking 1-to-1 in EGP and boost. And if you think about it, I think you will come to the conclusion how it works yourself. I have to make boost on one end, but I don't want to put in more power than I'm taking out. Yeah, you can think about that, and I mean, we can have a little reunion on this in a couple of months. But this is how it is. I swapped from a 63 housing to a 48, and I picked up over 100 horsepower more. So we have an engine that is very, very down on power, and we need to make that tiny bit of power count for something. And we need to do that by forcing it. This is why automatic transmissions don't work on our engines. They're always really sluggish, slow, irresponsible, huh? That's us, you know? Foot down, that's irresponsible. But irresponsive, that's what they are. They need manual, 5th gear, 2,500 RPM, headwind, 5 people in the car, full tank of fuel, and a set of race tires in the trunk. And then they will get going. That's just how it works. I'm sorry to say, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, guys, but I mean, that's me. So 19 minutes of trashing you guys. That's good. I hope you have good self-esteem, otherwise you will kill yourself after this. But I mean, that's not my responsibility. Just build a good fucking car and log everything, and you can be my friend. Love you.